So you're looking for some good point guard builds in 2K22? Well, this is the video for you. I have 3 of the best point guard builds for next gen in my opinion. I want to start by saying this is all about your playstyle and that's what it depends on. It's what works for you. These 3 builds are all different styles and 2 of them work for me, so I don't have experience with everyone. Let's get into it. Alright, let's get straight to it then. Build number 1. So obviously you're going to go point guard, your handedness doesn't matter, and your jersey number does not matter either. The height is 6'2". The weight is 179 pounds. Wingspan is going to be the same, so you can get a higher 3-point shot, higher ball handling, all that good stuff. And body shape doesn't matter. I believe 6'2" is the way to go because smaller point guards are just way quicker and they just seem better all around in next gen. So this is the build I'm currently using. I'll show you in a minute. I believe it works best for me, but it comes down to what your playstyle is and who you play with. My friend I play with, pretty good at shooting, so I'd prefer to have gold diamond instead of silver diamond. It personally comes down to what you want. Anyway, we'll start off the mid-range, just straight up max that out. You can get Hall of Fame blinders. I just think it's the best way to go. 3.97 max that out to, and that's it for the shooting. We'll go down to playmaking and we'll drop that to 90 so you can get that gold dimer. And look at all those gold badges, as you can see under the playmaking badges. Like it's just so much better than, like, if you drop it down one, silver dimer still works, but you get an extra badge like this. We'll go to ball handling. Ball handling, we max out at 94, so you can get Hall of Fame ankle breaker, Hall of Fame stop and go, space creator, like all that good stuff, you know. We'll go down to speed with ball and we drop that down to 90, not 91, because the one doesn't make a difference. Anyway, we go to perimeter defense, max that out to 88. You can get Hall of Fame pick dodger, especially if you're a guard. That is one of the biggest things this year. Like, I've got stuck on so many screens. Hall of Fame pick dodger is the way to go. Steal, we drop to 90. So you got a really high steal, gold pickpocket, Hall of Fame interceptor, gold clamps, some beautiful stuff there. We go down to speed, you max that out obviously. Acceleration max out, and stamina max out, and that will be your build. Obviously your close shot goes up with your mid-range, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You can't do much about it. I personally left driving dunk and driving layup down. I don't really take them. That's what my friend's build is for. I don't see the point. I'd rather be a lead at like 2 things, being playmaking and shooting. Defense is still up there. You got really good perimeter defense. Your steal's really high, and obviously steal's overpowered this year in next gen. You're quick for a guard. You're like it's pretty well rounded, I think. And obviously, if you've got a wide open layup, he's not going to miss it. You still got a 25, he'll make that. But this is more for a shooting build, which is like as I said, what I think's best. But yeah, that's build 1. So we'll continue with that. Your takeovers, personally, again, your playstyle, I use spot up precision and limitless range. Not that you get double takeover very often in Park, but when you do, the game's pretty much over. But that helps. But obviously, if you like fading, you put pull up precision first. It doesn't really matter. So we'll finish that build, and it'll come out to be a playmaking shot creator, and I have shades of Nick Van Exel, Mike Conley, and Stephen Curry, which is pretty good company to be in. But that is the first build, and we'll move on to the second one. Alright, we're on to build number 2. Now this build I have not personally used, but I've heard good reviews about it. So it looks pretty good, looks pretty well rounded, but I have not used this one. But we'll get straight into it. Obviously, as I said before, position, point guard, that's all that matters here. Alright, height, we will go up to 6'3". Yes, we want to change that. 6'3" height, the weight is 181 pounds, and wingspan 6'7", so you've got a bit of a better contest when you're playing defense. Body shape doesn't matter. Alright, let's get onto it. Your close shot will go up to a 57. Your driving layup goes to a 70, which is obviously way more than the last build had. Your driving dunk will go up to 85 and get contact dunks, all that beautiful stuff, and there are your badges. Your mid-range, you'll go to an 84. And this is what I found to work the best, but You can tinker with stuff. It doesn't really matter. It's your build at the end of the day. Your 3-point will go to an 89. You leave the free throw for now because it's purely park. Free throws don't matter unless you're playing Pro-Am or something. But I've got a build if you want to play Pro-Am, and I'll show you that next. Down to playmaking, we go to pass accuracy 74. Now, preferably, I wouldn't like this. I'm more of a passing point guard where you get gold, diamond, and stuff like that. Just seems a bit better to me. Ball handling at 90, speed with ball also at 90. You go down to defense and you've got an 88 perimeter defense. Max that out. We go to steal and that is 87. Whoops, bit too far. Drop that down to 87. You have a block of 63. Max that out so you can get 19 defensive badges. Your speed is 92. Your acceleration will go up to 90. Your vertical can go up to 70, which is pretty good for driving dunks and layups. You don't need a high vert, you'll still get dunks off. And stamina 99. Now, you can obviously play with some things here. You got a bit left over, whether you want to put that on defensive rebounding. It doesn't really matter. Put it on close shot to max that out. But I'll just chuck it on free throw, just for the time being. So your free throw will be a 32. You can change things around. It doesn't really matter. But if you look at the badges, 16 finishing badges. You got 29 shooting, and they're all gold and Hall of Fame. 29 playmaking and bronze diamond. So this is if you don't really care about passing too much. Silver bullet passer is really good, and 19 defensive badges with, once again, gold pickpocket, Hall of Fame, pick dodger, and gold clamps and interceptor, which is pretty good. So we go continue. I said my thoughts on the takeover before, so we'll just leave it at that and we'll just finish. And it'll turn out to be a two-way shot creator, which was one of the best builds in the game, I believe. Shades of De'Aaron Fox, Muhammad Abdul-Rauf, and John Wall. Pretty good company to be in there. But that is if you want two-way shot creator in your name. If not, you take down block and put it on pass accuracy. But it's more of a well-rounded build. Build number 3. Here we go. Third and final build of the video. Point guard as well. Obviously, these are the best point guards. We're going to keep the height at 6'3", drop the weight 1 to 180 pounds, and the wingspan will stay at 6'7". We'll move on. We've got close shot, once again, like the last build, 57. I don't believe close shot matters too much to me. We go to driving layup, and that will be 80. So higher than the last one. This one's more of a well-rounded build. This is the first build I started off with. It was alright, but I wasn't a huge fan of the driving and dunking aspects of the game. I think you get blocked too much, but anyway, you put your driving dunk at 85 so you can get contact dunks, all that beautiful stuff. We go down to mid-range, and that'll be not a 93 but an 87, so still elite from the mid-range. We go up to 3-point shot, and that will be a 90. We go down to free throws. So this is your Pro-Am game, Pro-Am and Rec and all that. So we go for free throw, we'll go to a 76. Once again, this is a build I used at the start of the game, my first build. But I changed builds because I only really play Park, and yeah, I just figured this build wasn't for me. But it's a well-rounded build. I think it's good for anyone looking to play Pro-Am or anything like that. We go down to ball handling, and ball handling will be maxed out at a 90, and speed with ball will be maxed out at a 90. Perimeter defense is 86, and your steal will go to a 62. Now, it's not super high, but it's viable, right? You know, you have to sacrifice some things if you want a well-rounded build. So that's what it is. We go down to speed, and that'll be capped off at a 90, so you can get everything else in. Your acceleration 85, but in hindsight I should have bumped it up a bit more. You can play around with it a bit, but this is just the basis of a build. Your vertical will be 79, and your stamina 99. But if you wanted, you could drop vertical down to like 70 and you know, bump your acceleration up to 88. It doesn't really matter, but you look at that, 19 finishing badges, 31 shooting, 33 playmaking, and 13 defensive. So I think this is a pretty well-rounded build, in my opinion. Chuck the rest on free throw, just because I played around with this build. Continue, and we'll finish that, and it'll be the same name as the first build, which was Playmaking Shot Creator. And it's shades of Muhammad again, Damian Lillard, and Mike Conley. That's it for the video. Remember, you don't have to make these builds, but I think they're the best point guards to make in next gen this year. Any build is good as long as you make it good. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing. Laters.